Brothers Market at 118 South Main Street in Sigourney, where savings are made simple. Go to www.shopbrothersmarket.com. Digital coupons, earn rewards, deal of the week, shopping deals, and more. And make sure you download the Brothers Market app. It is a smart way to shop. Get into Brothers Market at 118 South Main in Sigourney and let Rick and the staff help you out or give them a call. 641-622-2191.
Here at Helmuth Ford, we are a small-town dealership with no hassle and no pressure.
Attention Iowa business owners. Is your business missing sales because you're too busy to follow up? Every missed call or delayed message could be costing you money. At Easy Biz Tech, we help local businesses stay ahead by automating customer follow-up, so no lead gets left behind. Missed a call? Our system texts back instantly. Need personalized outreach? We send automated texts, emails, and even use AI-powered voice agents to connect with your customers 24/7. Stop losing money because of slow follow-up. Contact Easy Biz Tech today, where Iowa businesses win online.
Winter in the Midwest can definitely be unpredictable. Whether it's a frozen or broken water pipe, fire emergency, or a surprise mold, ServPro of Ottumwa, Oskaloosa, and Grinnell Pella has you covered with trained professionals ready 24/7, 365 days a year to make your emergency like it never even happened. Visit servpro.com, Ottumwa, Oskaloosa, or call us at 641-682-0782. Mahaska Drug in Oskaloosa. It's more than a drugstore. They offer framing, merchandise like collectibles, a gift shop, crafts, college gear, and more, plus cards, candles, and a whole lot more. Mahaska Drug is open late and on the weekends to fit your lifestyle. For more than just a drugstore, call 641-673-3439 or stop by Mahaska Drug at 205 North E Street in Oskaloosa. Mahaska Drug. It's more than a drugstore.
And here's your host, Steve Shedler.
I am your host, Steve Shetler, as the voice said at the beginning of things. Hey, how are you doing? It's a Thursday. Welcome into the morning wake up. It's brought to us by Brothers Market in Sigourney from the Oski Dental Studios. Currently 4 degrees. What the heck? Yesterday was pretty nice. Yesterday reminded us that 30 degrees can feel pretty nice. Now we're back down to 4 degrees to start off this Thursday morning. What is it? January 23rd today. Again, we do thank Brothers Market in Sigourney. They are our headline sponsor. And savings are made simple at Brothers Market. Digital coupons, earn rewards, deal of the week, shopping deals. Get those at shopbrothersmarket.com. Download the app. It's a smart way to shop. Get into Brothers Market. Do your grocery shopping there at Brothers Market in Sigourney. Oski Dental sponsoring the studios. Toothy. You can schedule your appointment with Dr. Dan at 641-673-4845. Accepting new patients. Going to file your insurance forms for you. Delta Dental Provider at 902 South 17th Street, Oskaloosa. We thank Oski Dental. We thank Brothers Market. Let's take a look at that forecast. It's brought to us by the Garden Gate, 105 South Jefferson in Sigourney, serving Keokuk County and the surrounding area for 27 plus years. Now, it's going to be sunny today, but definitely cooler than it was yesterday. A high of just 17. Northwest winds gusting up to 25 miles per hour. So wind chills could be below zero at times today, especially this morning. Tonight, clear and cold. Brr. A low of 2 below tonight. Wind chills about 10 below. Thankfully, northwest winds will be diminishing to about 5 miles per hour tonight. So, yeah, it's just going to be a cold one. tonight. Tomorrow, starting to rebound, thankfully. Mostly sunny, a high of 28. Tomorrow night, cloudy, a low of 20. And then Saturday, partly sunny and a high of 37. So we will be warming up a bit. Now, current conditions, we do have humidity in southeast Iowa at 79%. Winds are northwest around 15 miles per hour. Barometer at 30.32. Dew point at 0. And according to the National Weather Service equipment right here in the Oskey Dental Studios, we do have officially 4.4 degrees. So, off to a cold start. It was one of those mornings where I took my little dogs out to go to the bathroom, and basically within a minute or two, their little paws couldn't handle the snow and the cold. They were like, take me in, Dad. And by the way, we did have about a quarter inch of snow in the last 24 hours. So, yeah, that snow, the cold, it's just, winter here in Iowa. Let's take a look at our This or That. It's brought to us by Stacy Flynn, Legacy Insurance Group, and Welcome Realty in Sigourney. Our This is a pen. Our That is a pencil. What do you usually write with? I am definitely a pen guy. Now, during school, when I was in grade school, pencil. Now, basically 99.9% pen. So, yeah, pen for me. That's the way I'm going on This or That. Get your comments in. That post went up at 6 a.m. Our question of the day is sponsored by Amy's Salon House and Spa, 202 North Main, Sigourney. What's the perfect amount of time in the shower? What do you think? Again, if I go back to my younger years, I would just take my sweet time in the shower. Of course, I had more hair to wash back in the day. But yeah, I would just turn on the tunes and just stand in the shower forever. I think my dad thought I'd got lost in the shower. But now, I don't know. 10, 12 minutes, I guess, is good for me. I don't know. Perfect amount of time in the shower. What do you guys think? You can let your comments be known starting at noon today on the Facebook page, Amy's Salon House and Spa, our question of the day sponsor. Let's take a peek at our For the Fun of It tournament. We are into the second round now for the Fun of It tournament, voting for the top country star of 2024. Who had the biggest year in 2024? And it's brought to us by Savage Energy, opening soon at 108 East Washington Street in Sigourney. Savage Energy taking over the former Wanderlust location. Cody Johnson versus Chris Stapleton is our matchup. I checked the voting before we went on. Cody is currently leading, but it's a good matchup. Cody and Chris. Thumbs up for Cody Johnson. Heart for Chris. Make your vote be known. That post went up at 6 p.m. last evening. Voting is 24 hours, goes till 6 p.m. this evening. Our overall tournament, so our second round matchups are all set. We've got the Cody-Chris matchup going on now. Coming up at 6 p.m. this evening, we'll go with the Lainey Wilson-Luke Combs matchup. That'll be a big one. Then we'll go down to Morgan Wallen versus Post Malone, and then Keith Urban and Old Dominion. I'm just eyeballing, I'm just spitballing here. That Keith Urban Old Dominion, I don't know. It's kind of the weakest matchup, I guess, coming out of the brackets. Cody and Chris, Lainey and Luke, those are two loaded matchups. If I could have done it differently, I would have split up Lainey and Luke and maybe put one of them down below against Keith or Old Dominion. But Morgan Wallen, Post Malone, I'm guessing Morgan will win that one. Here's what I'm guessing. You want me to guess my final four in this? I'm just going to go with Cody against Morgan in the final four. I'm going to go with Lainey versus Keith. And then I'm saying Cody versus Lainey. That's my guess. You heard it here. Our For the Fun of It tournament sponsored by Savage Energy. Right now, Cody Johnson versus Chris Stapleton. Get your votes in. Got basketball coming up tonight. Josh Clubb and I will be on the road. We're going to Waco Sigourney at Waco tonight. We'll have our pregame just a little bit before 6 o'clock, so tune in. Girls and boys doubleheader tonight at Waco. If you can't make the trip, if you don't want to put up with the cold weather, you can watch it here on Steve Shetler Media. Sigourney basketball at Waco tomorrow night. North Mahaska at Montezuma. That's audio only. So tune in. We got basketball the next couple of nights. Coming up tomorrow, we're going to be up at Barnwired in Sigourney for the Iowa Music Showcase. Danny Whitson, the old Whitsonator. Danny Whitson going to be at Barnwired for the showcase, 11:30 to noon. Be there in person. We have our regulars there, but we've got room for more. We can squeeze you in. If you want to come and hang out and have fun with us, be part of the gang, do it. It's fun. Get something to eat, get something to drink, sit back, relax, hopefully laugh a few times, listen to the interview, listen to some good music. Danny Whitson, our guest tomorrow on the showcase. Again, you can be there in person at Barnwired. You can watch it online. You can listen to it in podcast form afterwards. Whatever you want to do. Same for the sports section. We're going to be at Barnwired Saturday morning at 8 a.m. Come in for some breakfast and coffee. Sit back and relax. Watch the show. We're talking to athletes and coaches from around the area. Andy McGuire is our host. Coming up this Saturday morning so far, we've got Montezuma girls basketball and English Valley's girls basketball coming in as guests. So tune in. Sports section, again, live in person, live on Facebook, YouTube, or after the fact in podcast form. However you want to take it in. We've got sports section and Iowa Music Showcase coming up this weekend. Let's take a peek at our community calendar. It's sponsored by Enchanted Events, just south of Sigourney, off of Highway 149. Weddings, graduations, reunions, whatever you have going on for an event, you can go and have that event at Enchanted Events. It'll be enchanted. Book it for 2025 or in the future at Enchanted Events. One thing they've got going on, I think I have the picture for that to put up on the screen. If I can find it, maybe I don't. I don't know. I thought I had it. They've got Tyler Richton and the High Bank Boys coming to Enchanted Events. For some reason, I am not finding that picture right now at the moment. So put that on your calendar. That is Saturday, April 26th. That is a big concert coming to Sigourney. Saturday, April 26th, Tyler Richton and the High Bank Boys. Also in the future, we've got Bras for a Cause. That'll be at the Carl Craft Civic Center in Hedrick on April 12th. Free will donation for that. Modeling by the Hedrick Volunteer Firemen. That's always a fun time. Bras for a Cause, Hedrick, at the Hedrick Volunteer Fire Department with the Carl Craft Civic Center. So some stuff going on there. And then also Valentine's Day coming up. The Valentine's Dinner fundraiser going on in Sigourney at the Expo. Put that on your calendars. That is an option for you to help out the 4-H kids for a Valentine's Dinner fundraiser. That is your community calendar here on the Morning Wake Up. Do we have anything else? I think we got through most everything. Let's go ahead and do some birthdays. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. All right, birthdays brought to us by Hometown Real Estate. Nikki Leathers, your broker, owner, realtor. 641-295-4142. Hometown-re.com. Hometown Real Estate sponsoring our birthdays. On the hometown side, we've got Dennis Miller. Be a relative of, let's see, he would be my second cousin, I believe. My dad's cousin, Dennis Miller. Denny has a birthday today. Happy birthday to you. Got Michelle Williams with a birthday today. And my cousin, Crystal Stoner. I've got a lot of family with birthdays today. Crystal, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to all of you hometowners on the hometown side. Celebrity side, not really a ton of big names today. We've got MacGyver with his 75th birthday today. Richard Dean Anderson. Can you believe he's 75? Other birthdays, Robin Zander the lead singer for the band Cheap Trick, turning 72. Neil Krott's girlfriend in Fantasyland, Tiffany Tiffany. She was on Saved by the Bell back in the day. 51. Yeah, Neil's got a thing for her. And then football player, former Ohio Stater. I don't know if he even plays football anymore. I know he went pro. I don't know if he lasted or not. J.T. Barrett, if I remember right, he can run and pass as a quarterback. J.T. 30 today. So those are your celebrity and hometown birthdays brought to us by Hometown Real Estate. Hey, good morning to you. We are doing the morning wake up, sponsored by Brothers Market from the Oski Dental Studios. It is the 23rd of January, and on this date in history, let's see here. That's some interesting stuff. Montana. On this date back in 1916, Montana set the world's record for the biggest temperature change in 24 hours. It dropped from 44 degrees above zero to 56 degrees below zero, a 100-degree difference in 24 hours. That is drastic. That is crazy. 1916, Montana, 44 degrees to 56 below in 24 hours. On this date in 1957, the inventor for the flying disc sold the rights to the flying disc to the Wham-O toy company. It was the Frisbee. So that guy sold the... Hopefully he sold it for a bunch of money, because there's been a bunch of Frisbees since 1957. And 1960, the world's deepest ocean dive ever took place, going 35,820 feet into the depths of the ocean back in 1960. Today is, on the National Day calendar, it's National Handwriting Day. Ooh, that was a good one with our this or that, with a pen or pencil. Handwriting Day. It's Measure Your Feet Day. Why? And then it's National Pie Day. Yay. Little cherry pie, little pumpkin pie. Apple pie. I like the pie. As far as National Handwriting Day, it's a day to celebrate the importance of writing in conjunction with John Hancock's birthday. This all ties together. John Hancock born on this date. Let's see here. What else do we have? It's Measure Your Feet Day. What the heck does that mean? According to Dr. Nancy Sachs, I don't know. The world's... Still doesn't make sense. The explanation I'm reading for Measure Your Feet Day doesn't make any sense. It really, truly doesn't. One thing that they do point out, if your second toe is larger than the others, if you have like a really long second toe, it means that you're dependable. Okay, sure. Let's take a break. Let's hear from our sponsors. Our headliner is Brothers Market. Brothers Market at 118 South Main Street in Sigourney, where savings are made simple. Go to www.shopbrothersmarket.com. Digital coupons, earn rewards, deal of the week, shopping deals, and more. And make sure you download the Brothers Market app. It is a smart way to shop. Get into Brothers Market at 118 South Main in Sigourney and let Rick and the staff help you out, or give them a call, 641-622-2191.
Iowa Pizzeria and Pasta 2 is a dry red blend from Tassel Ridge Winery that offers cherry and berry notes on the palate with toasted caramel on the finish. Iowa Pizzeria and Pasta 2 is the perfect companion for pizza or pasta made with a rich red sauce. It's made entirely from grapes grown in our Mahaska County vineyards. Iowa Pizzeria and Pasta 2 is available at many of our retailers.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because when you feel totally protected, your family's free to enjoy their dreams.
Try it again. You're getting the hang of this. Good job.
American Family Insurance.
Contact Christy Tarr in Oskaloosa at 641-673-8965.
When shopping here at Helmuth Ford, we will do our best to put you in the vehicle that you want, that you love, and that is safe for your family.
Your safety is our focus. That's why we are a full-service repair facility.
We'd love to sell you a vehicle of your choosing. If we don't have it, we'll do our best to find it for you. If you're looking for a vehicle with low miles, a great price, and a friendly atmosphere, come visit us here at Helmuth Ford.
We look forward to seeing you soon.
See our full inventory at helmuthford.com.
Keokuk County Medical Clinic is your one-stop shop for healthcare. Our behavioral health providers offer a wide range of services to help you reach your goals. We have multiple family practice providers who see patients of all ages for acute and chronic care. Through a partnership with Bloom Pediatrics of Ottumwa, McKenna Bond, ARNP, is here on Wednesday and Friday mornings to give your child the special care they need. Libby Dasso, PAC, is here for all your rheumatology needs. Jack's Corner Drug is located just down the hall for your convenience.
Schedule your next dental appointment with Dr. Dan Schuster at Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. They're accepting new patients. Oski Dental will file all of your insurance forms for you. They're a Delta dental provider. And Oski Dental is located at 902 South 17th Street in Oskaloosa. That's Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. We make smiles happen at Oski Dental. Hey, we thank our sponsors here on Steve Shetler Media, like Brothers Market and Sigourney, headlining our morning wake-up. We, of course, thank Oski Dental for sponsoring our studios. And yeah, we are live on this Thursday morning. It is cold. Temperature's going in the wrong direction right now. We started at about 5 degrees above zero on this show this morning. We're now down to about 4 degrees. It's, let's see here, 7:23, 4 degrees here in Sigourney. Let's go ahead and do some things you need to know. Whoa. Things you need to know. Netflix has topped 300 million subscribers. And to celebrate that, they are raising their rates. So if you get Netflix, you'll be paying more. Let's see here, speaking of Netflix, there is a show coming out called 0 Day. It's a limited series that follows what they call a 0-day event, a cyber attack that exploits our country's vulnerability. Robert De Niro, you talking to me? You talking to me? Robert De Niro, appearing as a former president during this crisis. It's his first ever what they call a TV appearance. I guess they just consider Netflix TV anymore. TV series? I don't know. Robert De Niro. I don't like his politics. I like him as an actor, though. President Trump has a new White House press secretary. She is just 27 years old. So a young start to a career in politics. How about this? Speaking of politics, an estimated 24.6 million TV viewers watched coverage of the presidential inauguration on Monday. That is the smallest audience for TV viewers since 2013. Now, the thing is, all right, the thing to remember, and I'm not trying to stick up for Trump or whatever or make excuses, but the thing is, people just don't watch regular TV anymore. I mean, people could have been watching via numerous streams on YouTube, or, there was all sorts of different streams going on. Different ways to take things in. So ratings for everything are going down. Other than NFL football, ratings are pretty much going down everywhere as far as TV ratings. But so not a surprise for the presidential inauguration to have a smaller than usual viewership. How about, sad news for Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk has shared that his wife has been diagnosed with breast cancer. So prayers for the Herbstreit family. Kirk's gone through a lot here lately. He lost his longtime dog, which was a really sad event for him, and now his wife being diagnosed with breast cancer. So if you see Kirk Herbstreit, give him a hug. This would be like the classic tour for 1985. Billy Idol has announced that he's going to be going on tour with Joan Jett and the Blackhearts this summer. So that'll be fun if you're a longtime rock and roll fan. Billy Idol and Joan Jett going out on the road this summer. Check that out. Kevin Hart has taken over as the CEO of his company, Heartbeat. That's after 2 of his bosses quit on him over the last 15 months. So maybe Kevin's hard to work for. I don't know. But Kevin Hart, I mean, that's kind of how it should be. Shouldn't it be? You should be the boss of your own company, the CEO. So Kevin Hart, the little fella, taking things over. Chris Brown has filed a $500 million defamation lawsuit against the producers of the Investigation Discovery docuseries called Chris Brown, A History of Violence. Evidently, Chris didn't like the way that he was portrayed in that documentary. Chris Brown filing for a $500 million lawsuit. Speaking of TV, ABC has renewed the shows Abbott Elementary for a 5th season and High Potential for a 2nd season. I don't watch much just regular network TV. I really, truly don't. I'm watching, I'll tune in for sports like Hawkeye stuff, but that's about it. Otherwise, we're doing like Netflix or Max or some of the other streaming services. We really don't watch much on the network TV. Simpsons going to be taking a 6-week break from leading Fox's Sunday animation block. For the first time in over 30 years, The Simpsons taking a little bit of a break. Family Guy going to be kicking off the lineup starting on February 16th, so a little bit of a change there. Back to Donald Trump. It's a big week for the Trump family. As first son, Barron, he's like a giant. Did you see him I don't know, have you seen Barron Trump lately? He's like 10 feet tall. Barron Trump announcing that he's launching his own real estate company at the age of 18. How would you like to buy a house or a building from Baron Von Trump? Barron Trump. I don't know why I put the Von in there. Barron Trump, an 18-year-old selling you a house. I don't think so. More lawsuit news. Prince Harry has settled his lawsuit against News Group Newspapers, the Rupert Murdoch-owned company that owns The Sun and previously published the now-defunct News of the World. The settlement includes a full and unequivocal apology and admission of doing wrong. So, settling that lawsuit, Prince Harry and those newspapers. Let's go to the worst movie awards. They're known as the Razzies, the 45th annual Razzie Awards. Kind of they're the opposite of the Oscars. They give out the Razzies each year to the worst movies. Let's see here. Among those competing for the statues valued at $4.97 are Joker, Folie à Deux. That had the most nominations for the Razzies. Other nominees include Reagan, Borderlands, Madam Web, and Megalopolis. Easy for me to say. Megalopolis. So those are some of the movies honored, quote unquote, for the Razzies. Singer Sting, not to be confused with the professional wrestler Sting. The singer Sting says that he was told by his doctors to put his performances on hold for a week. So he's had to postpone several shows. And those are your things you need to know. Whoa! Let's go ahead and jump into the impossible. Today's impossible question. Today's impossible question. 48% of men only do this on the weekend. What do you think? 48% of men only do this on the weekend. Think about that. Let's go to the comments. Who do we got in the comments today? Dan, Patrick, Bubby, the normal, the usual suspects in the top 3 there. Sandy, Tamra, Dixie, Sherry, Jackie, Amber, Nancy, Anthony, Eloise, and Ron. Bunch of friends in the comments today. Glad to have you guys hanging out with me. And anybody that's watching, appreciate you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Impossible question. 48% of men only do this on the weekend. It is, they call their mom. Oh, calling their mom. So about half of men call their mom, but only on the weekend. That's kind of weird. Speaking of which.
That is weird.
In the weird today, a woman accidentally declared dead. Nicole Polino, a Maryland mother of 3, experienced an alarming mix-up when she attempted to renew her driver's license. She found out she was dead, but she really wasn't. The surprising error occurred during a visit to the Maryland Motor Vehicle Administration back in November. She was informed that her records marked her as deceased. This error, as it turned out, stemmed from a funeral home incorrectly submitting her social security number for a deceased individual. Whoops. How about this? A West Midlands teacher, I'm assuming we're talking Texas, but I'm not positive. A West Midlands teacher endured relentless abuse and was driven into hiding after a doctored video falsely accused her of making a racist slur while canvassing for the Labor Party. The manipulated clip, viewed millions of times online, used synthetic audio to misrepresent her words, sparking an onslaught of threats and harassment. Social media posts amplified the lie, even sharing her name in her workplace. Not cool. So somebody made a fake, basically they faked it, they manipulated it. That's part of the trouble with artificial intelligence, is stuff like this. So, yeah, she went into hiding because of all the threats against her. How about this? A cat in Australia went for a trip. A bizarre twist of travel mishaps. A cat named Mittens found herself jet-setting between New Zealand and Australia, mate. 3 times. Did that trip three times in just 24 hours due to a baggage oversight. Mittens was traveling with her owner on January 13th when she was inadvertently left aboard the aircraft. It seemed that the Mittens, the cat, was in a cage that was kind of hidden behind a wheelchair. So Mittens went for several rides on the airplane. Needless to say, the owner wasn't too happy. They reimbursed her for all the travel expense and hoping that they made her happy. So Mittens the kitty on an Australian vacation. Oh, check this out. Speaking of airplanes, passengers on a Qantas flight from Singapore to Sydney were horrified to discover their assigned seats were covered in vomit. Yeah, from a previous passenger, with the carpet beneath the seats still soaked in vomit, and an overwhelming stench filling the cabin. Despite the apparent biohazard, flight attendants informed them that there was nothing that they could do, as cleaning the area posed a risk. Somehow, the airplane was cleared for takeoff. The people were basically forced to sit in their puke-filled, stained, wet seats with the wet, disgusting floor. I would just demand to get off the plane. That's just freaking disgusting. Let's see here. Of course, afterwards, the airline offered an apology and a refund. Did little to answer why the plane, in such an unsanitary condition, was allowed to transport passengers in the first place. Imagine that, sitting, I don't know how long the flight was, but I think I would be adding to the amount of puke. I would puke myself if I had to sit in somebody else's puke for hours. And then one last thing in airlines. Looks like Fresno, California has been getting the alien treatment here recently. Over several days last week, multiple UFOs were spotted hovering, zipping, and even tailing airplanes in the area. Obviously, the extraterrestrials just wanting to mess with people out in Central California. The first sighting came when a news tower camera captured a strange light hovering over downtown. Experts reviewed the footage, classified it as an actual UFO. Not a drone, not a plane, but an unidentified flying object. So UFOs in California. We got the drone thing going everywhere. Now, officially UFOs in California. Aliens are real, people, and so is Bigfoot, like we were talking about yesterday. Let's go to the files of law and disorder. In some disorder, boy, we have a bunch of disturbing stories today. I don't really want to read most of these. They're so gross. Hey, Samuel, appreciate you. Oh, you tuned into the North Mahaska game the other night. Appreciate you in the comments there from Belize. We are worldwide today, folks. In a chilling revelation, a convicted murderer has confessed that his longtime partner was not only present, but actively involved in a 2009 kidnapping, rape, and murder of a 17-year-old girl. What? Now serving a life sentence, the killer told the FBI that his partner orchestrated the attack, texting him the night before, suggesting that they, quote, go hunting for a victim. The two allegedly lured the teenager into the car under pretenses before assaulting her in a tent that they had set up. These are some sick and twisted people, folks. Let's see here. Arrested last March, she pleaded guilty to making false statements to the FBI. Just sick in the head. Now, this is a sad story as well. A heartbreaking and infuriating tragedy in Atlanta when a man tried to protect his property collapsed from a fatal heart attack after confronting thieves attempting to steal his truck. The 48-year-old was up early for work when he and his wife heard noises and saw two individuals entering their vehicle. Acting on instinct, the guy, the homeowner, and the truck owner grabbed his personal gun, shouted down the driveway, demanding that they leave. In response, the suspects reportedly fired at him with multiple gunshots, sending his wife scrambling to protect their 3 young kids. Neighbors did confirm waking up to the sound of bullets. Though the man was not struck, the sheer stress and shock of the incident proved too much for him. He had a heart attack, collapsed moments later, and ended up dying. So, sad news out of Atlanta. That is crazy. And then let's go to the Duh. In the Duh. This one's fishy. Literally fishy. A California trawl boat owner thought that he could outsmart authorities by stuffing his undeclared catch of fish behind a secret wall in his boat. Let's see here. A secret compartment of fish. That'd be smelly. The operation unraveled when wildlife officials saw him unloading suspicious burlap sacks from his boat into a waiting car before casually stopping at a restaurant to drop off even more seafood. And that's when officers swooped in. The discovery was not subtle. A boat search revealed a hidden stash of salmon fillets wedged behind a false panel and a massive haul of other banned or unreported fish. Fishy. So that guy, California, catching a little bit too much fish and trying to get it by authorities. Ain't happening.
Duh.
He gets the duh for the day. Let's take one last look at our forecast. It's a cold one today, especially this morning. Mostly sunny today, but chilly. A high of 17. Wind chills will feel a little bit below zero. Winds gusting up to about 25 miles per hour. Now, right now, again, we started off this show at 7 o'clock at about 5 degrees. Right now, officially, looking at the National Weather Service equipment, I'm at 3.6 degrees. So we've lost about 1.5 degrees in the 40 minutes that we've been on the air. So, yeah, bundle up if you're heading outside this morning. And tonight as well. We're going to be a low of -2 for tonight. Again, we do thank Brothers Market in Sigourney being our headline sponsor. Oski Dental sponsoring our studios. Coming up today, let's look up at the video schedule on the wall. Today we've got In Remembrance Of coming up at 8 a.m. We have the Sigourney Public Library video coming up at 10 a.m. 4 o'clock, we will put up some country music news. We didn't get to that yesterday, so we'll do that today at 4. 5:30 brings us Successful Farming. We'll get to our weekly pet. Also this evening and 7 o'clock, Morgan You Asked For, talking about sports and more. So we'll also have basketball, live basketball, Sigourney at Waco tonight for girls and boys action, starting a little bit before 6 o'clock. So a lot of stuff to get to today here on Steve Shuttler Media, Facebook, and YouTube. All right, you guys stay warm, stay safe, and we'll be back here tomorrow at 7 a.m. for another morning wake-up, sponsored by Brothers Market.